So yeah, so really what I want to go through tonight on this call is really about focusing on setting you up for the year ahead. Because I know a lot of people kind of get a bit stuck in knowing what they need to be doing every day. Because obviously with this business, it's about being consistent each and every day. But a lot of times people get a little bit lost on knowing exactly what they need to be doing each and every day. So that's what I'm going to go through tonight. I believe also it's really important to make sure you know exactly what you want to aim for this year, where you want to see yourself going, what you want to try and achieve month by month moving forward. Because if you don't really know what you want to achieve, it's going to be really hard to actually achieve it. So a perfect analogy for that is, so say for example, if you had a ball, you kicked it up in the air and you had your eyes closed, what do you think the chances of you are catching it? Even though you know in your mind, oh, I want to catch that ball, but if you don't actually have it physically written down, if you can't physically see it, it's going to be very hard for you to catch it. So that's the same thing with our business. We need to work out exactly what we want. And it isn't so much about just saying, oh, I want to make an extra $3,000 a month. You need to write down exactly what's needed to be able to do that. So say, for example, if it's $3,000 a month that you want, you need to be able to write down, okay, cool, what does my business need to look like in order to be able to achieve that? So it would be locking in minimum 12 club. So you need to be able to draw out your structure, draw out how many people you actually need to get that. You want to write down how many customers you need each month coming through your business, allow you to be able to achieve that. Also, you want to take into account the numbers, because we know that everybody that jumps on board into our business isn't going to start building. So if you want to get to 12 club, that means you want to have, you want to be aiming to bring on at least, say, 15 frontline into your business. So it's a little bit kind of making sure that you're looking at the numbers, looking at how many people that you want. Because again, it's about being realistic here. It isn't about just going, okay, cool, I'm going to bring on 3 people and each of those 3 people are going to get 3 club each. That'll be 9, and those 3 guys will be a club level each. That'll give me my 12. In an ideal world, that's the way it would work, but it doesn't work like that. So to get those 3 strong people that are going to start building their 3 clubs each, you're going to be looking between 5 and 7 people to get each one. So by having that written down, having your kind of circles drawing out what it's going to actually look like for you, it paints that picture so your subconscious mind picks it up so you know what you're actually looking for when you're moving forward. And then again, after you work out what you want, it's really important that you put down why you want it. So what difference is it going to make to your life right now? What will it actually allow you to do that you feel that you may not be able to do now? What impact will it have on your future for not just you, but for your family, for people around you? And where do you actually see this taking you later on in the future? So once you have all those little things in place, that's going to start painting a bigger picture for you of where you actually want to go and what you want to be able to achieve. So that's kind of really the key things with putting that in place and really getting your mindset stuck on what it is that you want to be able to achieve. So as well, with setting your goals as well, it's really important that you don't limit yourself, that you don't hold yourself back from what it is that you really, really want. Never feel that you're not good enough to achieve something. If you have a big goal, never kind of hold yourself back from writing that down, because you basically can achieve anything that you want from this business. The only thing that will ever hold you back is your own mindset. So once you have that in place, that's going to set you up then for moving forward. The next thing you need to work out is how much time and effort you're willing to put into your business each and every day to allow you to move towards your goals, each week, each month, each quarter, each year. So then after that, it's about working out where you're actually going to put your time each and every day. I'm sure you've all heard about the DMOs, which is basically your daily method of operation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the 5 key elements I believe is the most important thing to you in building your business. So whether you're committing an hour a day to your business, you're putting in 3 hours a day to your business, I believe that these are the 5 main things that you need to be committed to and making sure that you do achieve them each and every day. So the first one really is personal development. So you might hear the saying that you need to work on yourself. If you start working on yourself more, you start attracting better people, you start bringing better people into your business, and you start growing a lot more. And this is something that's really made a massive impact on my business. Well, not even just on my business, but on my life as well. And that's committing to personal development. So one of the things that you want to try and work out as well is, what's one of the kind of main things that you feel may be holding you back right now? So for me, I was a shy person, and that's something that's held me back for a long, long time. So that was kind of the things that I started to work on to allow me to start moving forward. So I started committing to learning more about communication, learning more about how to better myself, how to put myself in situations that I would be able to continue to grow. So by jumping in and committing to the personal development stuff, you really start to make an impact on everything else. And when you start to grow more as a person and you start working on your weaknesses and stuff, then when you actually start speaking to people about the business, about the program, about the products and stuff, the words and stuff that you use and everything else starts to portray from you, and it starts to impact on how you actually approach people. So really working out exactly what you want to be able to work on, and then just making sure that you are committing to doing that. Another thing that I believe we need to work on in this business is our beliefs. So the three key things of your beliefs is, one, going to be, what's your belief in the program, and in the product? So if you want to write down what you give yourself out of 10 for belief in the product and program. And the next thing what you want to write down is, what's your belief in the industry? So in the network marketing industry, what would you give that out of a 10? And then third, what you want to write down is, what would you give yourself? What would you give belief in yourself out of 10? Now, whether you've written down 2, whether you've written down 8, whether you've written down 9, whatever you've written down, each of those need to get to a 10. So if you haven't written down a 10 for some of them, then you need to go back and you need to figure out what it is you need to learn, or what it is you need to know in order to get that to a 10. So for me, for example, what gave me belief 100% in the product was putting Graham on the product. So for those that don't know Graham, or haven't seen Graham, he shared a story in our events lots of times. He basically reverses diabetes, and the Juice Plus product played a massive role in that. So that was one of the things that really blew up my belief in it. If your belief isn't that 10 with the product yet, what I'd suggest you do is jump onto the Juice Plus YouTube channel and just start watching those videos. Start listening to all the different videos, start hearing the stories, and that will really start to help build up your belief in the product. The next one then is our business, so the network marketing industry. If your belief isn't 10 out of 10 for that, what I'd suggest you do is jump onto the podcast MLM Nation and just start listening to those. That's another one then that has completely blown up my belief in the industry. I think I've listened to 107 episodes so far. And for those that don't know what MLM Nation is, it basically, they interview some of the top guys around the world in our industry, and they go through all their ups and downs, all the struggles that they've had. Majority of them didn't get much success at the start, so it took a bit of time. So just hearing those stories, it really starts to build up your belief in the actual industry. And then the third one, then belief in yourself. So again, that just comes back to the personal development stuff. That just comes back to truly figuring out where it is that you need to work on most. And then trying to get some books and listen to some audios and really start working on yourself from there. And that'll really help you a lot. So again, it's just about making sure that you commit to 30 minutes each and every day doing that. And what I personally do is I'll stick my earphones in, whether I'm listening to MLM Nation, whether I'm listening to audiobooks, whatever it may be, I'll do that while I'm out and about. 2 days ago, I went down to the beach, did half an hour stretching on the beach, and I basically listened to my personal development while I did that. While I'm on my bike going into the city, I'll stick in my earphones. Again, I'll be doing it there. So while I'm out and about, walking around, I stick in my earphones, I just find that works best for me. So again, it's just figuring out what works best for you when doing your personal development, and just making sure that you are committing to doing that. So that's the first one. The next one now, what you need to be committing to each and every day, and that's using the products. So again, if you're promoting something, you need to be using it yourself. You need to be showing other people that you're using it. You need to be able to share your own experience with people from using it. So what I suggest you do is that every time you have a shake, putting it up on Facebook, making sure that you are drinking it when you're in front of other people as well. And it's not just taking a picture of the actual product and putting it on Facebook kind of thing. It's actually like you could have the shake already made up and you're just drinking it, take a quick picture of it, whatever, and just put up a quick post on Facebook saying, oh, been just knocking back my JP shakes after training, or just made a delicious veggie smoothie and I added in my Juice Plus Complete as well. So just being creative with it and just getting people to actually see that you are serious about this, that you are using products daily. As well, like you could have, you could be making a meal or whatever, take a picture of your food, and then in the background you might have a picture of, say, the capsules or whatever. That's something I do every so often. So just making sure that people are seeing that you are taking it, and I think that's very important, that you are, again, using all the products and people are seeing that. So that's the next one that you need to be committed to daily with your business. The third one then is going to be sharing the product. So again, if we're not sharing, then we're basically not building our business. So when you're sharing your product, the first thing you need to do is work on your product story. If you're new to the business and you may not have a product story, it's just about sharing with people why you're excited about using the product, what benefits you're aiming to get from the product. What kind of results that you've seen from other people so far. So it's really about putting that kind of story together and really sharing that with people. If you've gotten really good results from the product so far, or if any of your clients have got that, then it's just really important that you are excited about it and you are sharing that excitement with others and telling people about it. Remember, we're never about pushing it on people. We're never about shoving it down anybody's throat, but it's just about being excited and actually sharing that excitement with people and saying, oh, can't believe one of my clients, they've had really bad digestive problems before and they've been taking our Juice Plus products and it's just really been really amazing the results that they've got from it. So again, you're not trying to sell it on them, you're not trying to push it on them, you're trying to spark that interest, but all you're simply doing is sharing that excitement from people. And again, it's just about committing to doing that daily. So the fourth one then is sharing our opportunity. So again, in our business, we focus on two things. It's about helping people to improve their health, or either helping people to improve their lifestyle. And again, it's not about pushing it down someone's throat. It's not trying to push or really trying to get someone to buy into it. It's really about, again, sharing that excitement, sharing why you started this business in the first place, what your visions are, what your goals are, where you can want to see yourself going with this. Sharing the success from people that you looked up to in this business and what they've been able to achieve with that. So again, it's about sparking interest, about chatting with people, and it's about getting out there, making sure that you're doing it daily. So when we're actually speaking to people as well, you have full control of where that conversation goes. So if you're interested to share with them about the product, you're not just going to go, oh, I take this Juice Plus product or whatever. You're not just going to shove it down their throat. It's really about asking them questions, asking about them. If you want to lead it down around health, you could be asking people, say, oh, have you been to the gym lately? Or do you go to the gym much? Trying to lead it into asking about, do they have any health goals at the moment? Do they have any New Year's resolutions that they're trying to work towards? So simple, asking open-ended questions, getting to people to open up. And then from there, trying to ask them about their health, what they want to achieve and stuff, asking how long they've been trying to achieve that. So keep asking those open-ended questions until the person basically gives you permission to share with them about the program or about the product. And that's the exact same with the business as well. You have that full control to actually lead that conversation talking towards lifestyle. Could be about, are you going on holidays this year? Do you actually love your job, what you do? So that kind of trying to lead those questions toward lifestyle, trying to get people to open up a bit more, trying to get people to tell you some negative things about their lifestyle at the moment. So then eventually you can start opening up saying, would they be interested in doing something about it? Or do they have an interest in health and helping other people? Have they ever looked into ways of creating additional income to allow them to be able to travel more, to be able to work from home, to be able to help other people, to be able to pay off bills, buy a new car, no matter what it is? So you're always looking for that to get them to open up a bit more, so then eventually you can actually share the opportunity. So like each and every day, what you want to do is you want to try and challenge yourself. You want to say, right, today I'm going to go out and I'm going to try and speak to someone, try and find out as much as I can about them, and then share the opportunity or share the product to them. So that's kind of the fourth one that we need to be doing each and every day. And then the last one, it's about promoting events. So I believe this is the key really to building momentum in your business. So number 3, 4, and 5, that's actually something you could do with the one person. So you're having that conversation with them, you have a chat to them about the business, and then if they spark a little bit of interest, you can start sharing a little bit about the product to them. And if they still have a little bit of interest, you can say, right, well, we have an online info session coming up next week, or if there's any live events near you can say, look, we have an event happening next week. Would you be open to jumping on and having a look at it? Or would you be open to coming along and checking out what it's all about? So again, what you're doing is you're running through the opportunity, you're going through the product, and you're sharing about the event. Now, with the product and opportunity, it isn't about being an expert in it. It's just about simply sparking that interest, sharing why you're excited about it, and then from there, inviting them to the event. Because using the event, that's a tool that's there for you to share with people, and then getting the event to actually share all the other information with the person. So with the events as well, it's really important that we are getting people to the events, because if you're not getting people to them, then it's going to be really hard to start building momentum in your business. So say, for example, you get one person to the event this week, and if they're excited about it, and if they're starting to hear all the other stories, and you're hearing different people explaining about the program, the product, and the business, and they're excited about it, that means the following week, they're going to start coming to the event, and they're going to start inviting people. So then from there, if they invite, say, 2 people and you bring another 2 people, then that week you have 4 people at the event. You get another new person out of that. So then the following week, you've got 3 people promoting for the event. So over time, it does start to build up. But it is really important that you are committing to going to the events yourself, and you are committed to sharing with people each and every day. And that could be face-to-face. You can be doing it through Facebook. I've been consistently doing it through Facebook nonstop. And all I'm simply doing is just sharing with people, would you be open to looking at some info about what we're doing? We have an online info session. You can jump on, you can tune in from your phone or laptop. You can be sitting at home. Would you be open to jumping on and checking it out? Again, not everybody's going to jump on to the info session that you invite. So that means we do need to be inviting people each and every day. For some people that you invite now that don't jump on, there's a good chance that they will jump on later on to a different event, because it did show that they had that bit of interest of learning a little bit more about what we're doing. So that's kind of the 5 key elements for your daily method of operation that I believe you need to be committing to each and every day. So what you need to be doing at the end of your day, look back and ask yourself those 5 questions. Have you done your personal development? Have you shared the products today? Have you shared the opportunity today? Have you shared promoted the event today? So asking those 5 questions each and every day. If you haven't done it, what I suggest you do is grab a book, go through your personal development, 30 minutes. It only takes 30 minutes, can easily be done. If you haven't shared the products, program, opportunity, a promoted event, jump onto Facebook straight away and just build up a conversation. So I wouldn't suggest you just jump on and say, hey, how are you doing? Have you ever heard of Juice Plus? Or would you be interested in learning about our program? You need to jump in and consistently be starting new conversations each and every day on Facebook. What I've done is every day I add new people. I've got, I think it's like 4,600 people on Facebook now. So I'm committed to adding new people consistently all the time, because I know even if I add people and I haven't sparked up conversation with them yet, I know that they're seeing some of my posts, so that they're starting to see what I'm all about. Committing to posting on Facebook is something that's going to be really important as well, because that starts to build your brand. That starts to indirectly start building rapport with people, because people are seeing what you're about, they're seeing what you're sharing, they're learning about your lifestyle, they're learning a little bit about you. So then when you do start to spark up a conversation with them, they're going to be a lot more open to chatting with you. Also, what I've been doing on Facebook is I'll jump onto my likes and I'll see who's liked my stuff, and I'll basically send them a message. And if I have a message in before, I'll just say, hey, how are we doing? I just said I wanted to connect. As I've seen you've been liking some of my stuff, and I just want to say thanks for that. And a lot of times people have come back and say, yeah, I've been following your stuff for a while. I like the motivation stuff you put up, or I've been following your training or whatever. So it's so much easier then to jump in and just start chatting with them. So again, it is really important that we are consistently chatting to people over and over and over. Like this month alone, I think I've signed up 4 new team members, and 2 of them I've been chatting to for about, say, 2.5 months. So it's just about, I've never been chatting to them about the business or about the products or anything like that. I was just basically building rapport with them. So then actually when I got down to actually sharing about the business, they were much more open to doing it, and they basically jumped on straight away. So because it takes a bit of time on the social media and it's about building that rapport, if you're consistently starting new conversations all the time, that means, say, in a month's time or 2 months' time, you're going to start having those flow of people starting to come in. So the people that you're speaking to now, they could be the people that you get on board in the next month or 2 months' time. So if you're constantly having that flow of new people coming in, then you will constantly start getting new people on board coming forward. Yeah, so that's kind of the main thing. Have your goals set in place, know exactly what you're after. Set yourself a weekly goal as well, whether it's how many people you want to share with this week, how many people you want to invite to the event, how many new customers you want, how many new team members you want. And then just work to your plan on getting that done. Because you know, if you follow these 5 keys every single day, you will build a successful business. It's impossible not to build it, because our business is built, it's a numbers game at the end of the day. And by doing this consistently every single day, you're going to get through the numbers. You're going to find people that are looking for what you have. And there is a lot of people out there that are looking to improve their health, looking to improve their eating habits, looking to lose weight, looking to create an additional income, looking to be able to work from home, to be able to go on holidays, to be able to pay off bills, to be able to buy a new car. And it's just simply about talking to people and connecting with people and finding those people, and then sharing with them that they can actually achieve that. And once they see that vision and they see that excitement in you, they will very well jump on board with you. So guys, that's kind of everything I wanted to go through today. And it's really just about trying to set you up now to really stepping forward and really making the rest of the year really exciting. Because if you do follow those steps, you will have an incredible year this year. Because you will start bringing on new team members every month. You will start getting new customers. And then once you start bringing on those new team members, it's just about getting them to follow those simple steps as well. And then from there, you will start to build momentum and you will start to move forward. Does anybody have any questions at all, or is there anything that you'd like me to go through? Anyone know? All right, cool. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a quick photo before we finish up. So does everybody want to throw the camera on for a second? All right, cool. Everyone smile. Awesome. Cool. All right, guys. So next